guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Des Roulette. It is movie review Monday. However, I'm not reviewing a movie today. I'm going to do a quick review of Shrill. So it's been a whole week since I posted a video. Last Monday, I posted the Captain Marvel movie review, and I have not had a chance to record any videos since then. Obviously, as I mentioned then, I was just starting my job, so I've been training this whole week. That's really taken up a large portion of my day. By the time I am finished with work, when it's 6 p.m. already, I don't have the energy to record and edit a video, which might sound like I'm an old person, which I kind of am. I'm like sort of like a really old person, but my body especially behaves like an old person's body. So even now, I'm still trying to adjust to my sleep schedule, trying to get myself to bed quickly and to get myself awake early in the morning and to feel energetic throughout the day is a struggle for me. It's been a struggle. So you can probably tell that I'm still pretty tired today. Shrill is an American comedy web television series based on the book Shrill, Notes from a Loud Woman, written by Lindy West. Of course, the Hulu show premiered on March 15th, which was this past Friday. Shrill follows Annie, described as a fat young woman who wants to change her life, but not her body. Annie's trying to make it as a journalist while juggling bad boyfriends, sick parents, and a perfectionist boss, while the world around her deems her not good enough because of her weight. She starts to realize that she's as good as anyone else and acts on it. So it stars Aidy Bryant, who you might know from Saturday Night Live. If you watch Saturday Night Live, or if you've seen it at all anytime since 2012, you'll probably recognize her. So basically, again, I don't want to give away too much information for those of you who have not seen it yet, but I will reference a few things that happen in the very first episode, because it kind of sets her on this path of sort of establishing herself and pursuing this more dominant version of her personality. So within the first episode, you know, we meet her character, and she's a journalist. Well, she's not actually a journalist. She's working for some kind of online publication as like a calendar assistant, some sort of administrative position to keep things moving in the office. But obviously she really wants to be a journalist. She just doesn't have the confidence to assert herself or present herself to her boss as somebody who is skilled and interested in writing. And again, we see this pretty early on. One of her coworkers is trying to encourage her, and she's just sort of like, I don't know if it's worth it. Like, I just don't think he'll take me seriously. You know, she tries to go in her boss's office, and he basically like is immediately annoyed and kind of like, what do you want? There's no reason you would be in here. And we see that she's kind of seeing this guy, you know, who seems like a nice guy, but just texts her specifically for her to come over and have sex. So she does that. She's not on birth control, and he doesn't like to use condoms. So in order for her to seem easy to deal with and to please him, she says, fine, it's okay, I'll just go and get the morning after pill. So apparently after every time that they sleep together, she'd just been getting this morning after pill. But it turns out that it does not work over people of a certain weight, and the pharmacist never told her that. So she gets pregnant, and obviously this is all within the very first episode that you find this out. This is like the first thing that happens in the show. So it's this experience where she sort of has to decide, like, why did I allow myself to get into this situation, and am I selling myself short with, you know, really putting my basic needs aside just so that someone will like me? She feels like she has to sacrifice things that are important to her just so that, you know, somebody will give her the time of day. It's much more difficult, I think, as a plus-size woman. When a plus-size woman is looking for a more meaningful relationship, it's a lot more difficult to get to that level where you can actually show your really positive attributes. So obviously, you know, it's like she's been dating around for a while, and she's kind of been looking for like a quality dude in her life, and she really hasn't had the chance to find someone, probably because she's plus size, because she's fat. That's like the one thing that everybody wants to say to really hurt your feelings, or to point out how you're inadequate. It's like your body size. Anyway, so she basically has this realization after, you know, finding out that she's pregnant and trying to really prioritize her life and say like, how did I get here, and what can I do to not be in this situation ever again. And this is what sort of starts this confidence in her. And it happens slowly. You know, she also ends up having the opportunity to do a published piece at the online publication where she's working. And a few other things happen that end up really inspiring her to love herself a little bit more. Basically, it chronicles her growth from this super sad person who's always trying to change and really feels that she's never good enough, and allows people to treat her that way rather than trying to assert herself and speak her mind freely and confidently. So these 6 episodes, they show what kind of transformation she's going to go through and what's going to happen as she gets more confident, how her life is going to change. Ultimately, I thought the show was pretty good. I never read the book, so I don't know if it follows the book really, really closely, but I think it's probably pretty close. I thought it was funny. There were some funny parts. I wouldn't put it in the category of like definitely comedy and nothing but comedy. There were some dramatic aspects, obviously, just some things that make you think, you know, a little bit, but ultimately I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty funny and lighthearted. I wouldn't say that it's going to stress you out or take anything out of you to watch it the way that some dramas will. And I would recommend it. You know, I think that I'd recommend it for plus size women who are maybe trying to find that voice within themselves. And I might also recommend it for more average sized women or average sized people, or those that are maybe not so nice to larger people, just to maybe see what living on the other side of the body spectrum is like, I guess. I don't know. It's always a really touchy subject because people feel really self-righteous about their opinions over someone's body, especially, you know, because so many average sized or smaller bodies really get angry about plus size women and you know, use the front of being just really concerned about our health and how, you know, how can we live that way, and it must be so hard to do anything. And you know what it is, but you don't always know the reason why somebody is in the situation that they're in. And regardless, like, who cares? Like, who cares what somebody looks like? That's really not any example of who they are on the inside or what they have to offer the world. So I think that if you're beautiful on the inside, that you're beautiful on the outside. And for the people who can't see it, they just don't know what it looks like. And that probably says a lot more about them than it says about you. But anyway, I digress. I'm sure that these things will come up as time goes on and I continue to have more trolls, which also are referenced in the series and which I already have one of. So I mean, that's good. I guess that kind of shows that you've made it in some way, right? But anyway, ultimately I thought it was good. I hope that it's longer. I feel like it's kind of open-ended. You can really only fit so much in, right? You can really only get so many things taken care of. Excuse me. Yeah. But even still, ultimately, I think it's definitely worth the watch. Again, everything I've reviewed so far, I felt it's been worth a watch. I've prefaced in my first movie review that I really love everything. I really love every kind of movie, every kind of show, every genre. I can usually find like some kind of redeeming quality. I don't know how many people are going to be reviewing this show. Maybe I'm the only one that you come across who is. Again, it's only 3 hours out of your life in total. But maybe next week, something crazy will happen and I'll have some super exciting story to tell about someone that you care about. Anyway, thank you again for stopping by. Please hit subscribe down below. I really want to get to 100 subscribers by the end of March. I think I'm at 78 right now at the time that I'm making this video. On March 18th, 2019, I have 78 subscribers and I am hoping to get 22 more so that I can get to 100 before the end of March so that I can set my custom URL.
Wednesday, March 20th. At the following.
I've already gotten that call twice today. Thanks for watching anyway. I will see you guys soon.